Hello everyone, I'm Winters, a Mongolian who is currently living in Lhasa city. And right now, I'm at Lhasa railway station and I'm about to catch a train to Shigatse city. I've visited Shigatse quite a few times, but it's a city I never get tired of. Compared with Lhasa, Shigatse feels very different to me. And Lhasa is very energetic and always full of travelers, while Shigatse feels more, relaxed and grounded. Maybe that's why I enjoy going there so much. So come along with me and let's explore Shigatse together. Let's go. So I've already made it to the waiting hall. One thing I really like about Lhasa railway station is how simple and convenient it is. It's not a huge station, so you don't have to spend ages walking around or going up and down through escalators. And the train has come, so let's go inside. And the train is very new. Okay, now I'm on the train, and even though we are in Tibet, as you can see, the train is very modern and comfortable, and everything is so clean, and seats are nice, and it feels like a really pleasant way to travel. So now let me find my seat first. And the train is moving now, and we are officially leaving Lhasa behind. It will take about 2 hours to reach Shigatse city, and a little quicker than traveling by car. And I've always had a special love for train journeys. Whenever I travel into or out of Tibet, I often choose the train whenever I can, even though it takes longer time. Flying is certainly convenient, but there's something about train travel that feels more human. You have time to look out the window and watch the mountains and valleys pass by, or just read a few chapters of a book, or simply sit quietly with your thoughts. We've just made it to Shigatse. Okay, it's a very short journey. At around 3,800 meters above sea level, Shigatse is a little higher than Lhasa and generally a bit drier as well. The train station isn't right in the city center, but transportation is pretty convenient. And there's a direct bus from here to Tibetans monastery, one of the most important landmarks in the city. So that's exactly where I'm heading next. So okay, let's catch the bus and start exploring. Let's go. Hey guys, this is Tibetans monastery. But honestly, I'm too hungry to be a good tourist right now. And I didn't have breakfast this morning, and all I can think about is food now. So the plan is very simple: to find some good food, check into my hotel, drop off my backpack, and then come back later to visit the monastery. So let's go find something delicious. Let's go. Okay. Wow. I've just arrived at the restaurant next to Tibetans monastery. Just take a look at this place. The size of the dining hall gives you an idea of how many people visit here every day. And every time I come to Shigatse, I make a point of eating here. And this restaurant not only provides some very traditional Tibetan food, but also has dumplings or some Chinese food, and they are quite delicious. Yeah. Of course, it's a great place to grab a meal and recharge, but that's the only part of the reason. What I really enjoy is the atmosphere. You'll see pilgrims, local families, monks, and travelers all sharing the same space. It's a wonderful place to observe daily life, have conversation, and get a small glimpse into the realms of the city. Yeah, I just finished my first meal of the day, and honestly, it turned out to be much more than just a brunch. And I spent some time talking with a few local people at the table because there are so many people, so we just shared the table, and they were quite surprised that I could understand Tibetan and can speak some Tibetan words as well. Then one lady suddenly said, "I think I met you here last year." Whoa, such a coincidence. And sometimes Tibet feels incredibly vast, and other times it feels like a small village where people somehow keep crossing paths. Okay, anyway, I'm heading to my hotel for a short break, and then I'll come back here this afternoon. Okay, so see you. Hey guys, it's 3 p.m. now, and after a much needed nap, I'm feeling refreshed and ready to continue exploring. Instead of heading straight back to the monastery, I'm going to make a quick stop at one of my favorite types of places, a local coffee shop. Many people associate Tibet with buttered tea or milk tea, but coffee culture has grown a lot in recent years. In fact, coffee has become a popular drink among many local Tibetans, especially younger people. Let's slow down for a moment and enjoy a good cup of Tibetan-style coffee. Let's go. I can smell the coffee already. Okay. Oh, this is called kakimo. It's a very Tibetan-style door. Okay, let's go inside. And I've just ordered a coffee called the Himalayan Dawn. What a beautiful name. And what really caught my eye was the description on the menu. It talks about summer arriving on the Tibetan plateau. The flowers starting to bloom through the last bits of ice, while the snow-covered mountains are still standing proudly in the distance. I thought that was pretty cool. It's not the kind of description you would normally expect for a cup of coffee. It feels more like a little story about the landscape and the seasons here in Tibet. Anyway, let's see if the coffee lives up to the name. And the coffee is surprisingly smooth, with a rich aroma and a subtle sweetness. And it feels a bit like the plateau itself, strong but gentle at the same time. Very good. Right now, I'm trying a very local snack called pongbi. It's a very traditional dish that you can mainly find here in Shigatse region. It's made from pea jelly, which has a smooth and slightly chewy texture. And people usually add a special local chili sauce on top, which gives it a nice kick and a lot of flavor. It's very simple, but really delicious. So if you are visiting Shigatse, this is definitely one of those local foods worth trying. Okay, I'll have my pongbi right now. Yep, I finally made it to the Tachilombo Monastery, and actually I've visited this monastery several times, but every visit feels a little different. And founded nearly 600 years ago, this monastery has played a very important role in Tibetan history, religion, and culture. And it's best known as the traditional seat of the Panchen Lama, and even today it remains one of the most important monasteries in Tibetan Buddhism. And as a Mongolian, I also feel a very special connection to this place, and many Mongolian pilgrims have traveled long distances to visit sacred places like this, and many important Buddhist teachings were transmitted between Tibet and Mongolia over the centuries. But beyond its history and architecture, what really stands out to me is the atmosphere. You'll see pilgrims walking the Kora, monks going about their daily routines, and local people coming here to pray. It's a place where history isn't locked away in books. It's still alive in the people, the rituals, and the rhythms of everyday life. And just now I met a Tibetan friend who was singing by the road, and I stopped to listen for a while, and before I knew it, we were deep in conversation, and we talked about our lives, our experiences, and the things that make us happy. And moments like this remind me of why I enjoy traveling alone so much. and it gives me the chance to connect with people I would never have met otherwise. And we just had some Tibetan food together and continued the conversation over dinner. He was very handsome and he sang quite a lot like Tibetan songs, and even he can sing some Mongolian song as well. So it was very good memory of me.
One more surprise tonight. The restaurant we're in doesn't just serve traditional Tibetan food, it also features live Tibetan music and dance performances. The performers have been incredibly warm and welcoming. They even came over to our table and performed right in front of us. And honestly, I can't think of a better way to end the day. Thank you for joining me on this trip, and I'll see you in the next vlog. Good night.